Hello everyone, Silent here and welcome back to another Bugrock of the Week episode. Today we're going to be taking a look at a very crazy but super interesting summoning lightning bug, and this is something that you can actually reproduce in your world. It is extremely crazy. It basically happens when you just throw a channeling trident at a player, and then some glitchiness happens and it just starts repeat summoning lightning at that player. And it's like 20 lightning bolts a second or something crazy. It's a lot of lightning. It's more than you could ever need nor want, and it's not actually even useful. If this happens to you in survival, you're basically just gonna instant die and all of your items will despawn. So yeah, it's kind of just a crazy bug. Now in the footage that I'm going to be showing you in this video, you will see some command blocks, but those are just to keep our test subjects alive. Therefore effects like saturation and regeneration, health boost, because all of these people that you see in this video are in survival mode. So I had to be somewhat nice to them. I didn't want to just instant kill them. Anyway, hopefully you guys do enjoy this episode of Bugrock of the Week. Now, if you haven't seen the previous episode, that is where we take a look at a ton of bugs in the 1.10 update. There is some crazy stuff like the chunk unloading, and then just some really fun bugs as well that allow you to get like seagrass and coral and stuff out of water and still be alive. It makes for some really awesome building techniques and building styles. Definitely check out that episode if you have not already. But without further ado, let's hop into it, shall we? So when it comes to reproducing this bug, it's a pretty tedious one and it can take a lot of trial and error, and I would not recommend doing this on any survival players, since it's basically just going to instantly kill them if they don't have a serious amount of effects, and it's also probably going to destroy all their items as well because lightning destroys entities. So you gotta be careful about this one. Don't be mean, don't be rude, don't try this one on your friends unless they are willing, like the test dummies that we have in this video here. But yeah, just don't be mean to your friends. It's a tedious bug to reproduce, but it can totally kill them instantly and possibly delete all their items, so be careful. Now there's several things that you're going to need to actually reproduce this bug. First of all is a lag-free environment. If you got too much lag, you just will not be able to throw your tridents. It's going to be super annoying and it just isn't going to work. So make sure you don't have too much lag where you're trying this bug out. Second of all, you're going to want some loyalty and channeling tridents, preferably a couple of them so you can just kind of spam it. That way you can hopefully reproduce this bug a little bit quicker. You're also going to need this in a nice open area with sky access, and of course in a thunderstorm as well. And finally, you're going to need 2 players. One would be yourself to throw the tridents, and the other is just going to be the test dummy that is going to be sacrificed to the god of thunder, basically. And that second player needs to be standing still. If that second player that's being sacrificed to the gods is moving around, that will basically break the trident. It just will, be loyaltied back to the person who threw it. So the person that you're sacrificing needs to be standing still. Otherwise, it's gonna break. It's not going to be this lightning show, and it's not going to be any fun. And finally, we can actually start to reproduce this bug. So you want to go several blocks above the secondary player, and you want to make sure that player is wearing any kind of helmet. That's the only way that I've really found to reproduce this bug. Now, when you're throwing tridents at that player, they will hit the player and then bounce off of them. Now, if the trident then hits the player again, after, bouncing off of them already, that is when it gets stuck. So you basically need to go right above them, throw a trident straight downwards, have it hit them, bounce off of them, and then land back on top of them again. And then once that happens, it'll kind of get lodged on them and start summoning lightning basically on repeat. I feel like this is probably as fast as like a command block could even summon lightning. So it's a serious amount of lightning, and if they do not have effects, once again, they're basically just going to get annihilated by this. So you can see the command blocks basically in all of this footage here. That is for regeneration and saturation, health boost, absorption, all of the things that I could think of, I gave these guys because they're test dummies. You gotta be nice to them somehow. But this is a crazy bug. Again, it can take a little while to get that trident to lodge into them, but once it does happen, you just get the best lightning show you'll ever see in Minecraft. You can even do this with multiple different players, and it's just super crazy. It sounds totally insane. You're definitely gonna blow out your eardrums having this happen, but it's just probably the coolest bug that I've ever seen in this game. It's just like really off the wall and not something that you would expect. So unfortunately, due to some other bugs in the 1.10 update, this isn't as useful as you might think it is, which is just disappointing. So because tridents will only strike the mob that they actually hit with lightning, the lightning from the trident doesn't have an area of effect like normal lightning. You can't really use this for anything. I tried striking a bunch of different things and nothing actually got struck by lightning except the actual player that was being hit. So that's just kind of disappointing and sad, but hopefully maybe that bug will be fixed next update and this bug won't, and then we'll actually have like a useful bug. But then again, trying to look for a use for this bug is kind of daft because like it's not really useful in survival. You can't do this one in survival. So yeah, it's not really, it doesn't have a point to it is what I'm trying to say. It's just a really cool, really strange, really weird bug that looks amazing and sounds amazing. So that's really all I have to say on this bug. It's a pretty crazy one. It looks pretty awesome yet again. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. And honestly, I would say fire up like a creative world, go into survival, and try out this bug if you can. It's not something that really pops up often, so you may as well witness this yourself while you can. No idea if it's ever going to be fixed, and no idea if anyone even knows about this one, but it's a pretty crazy one. And of course, credit where credit is due. Thank you very much to Dark Empires for actually showing me this bug and telling me about it. When I first saw it, I swore that it was just like, you know, repeat commands striking the player, but no, it's actually like a real thing, and it's super crazy. And of course, thank you to Navy Nexus, Seb, and Zero Cruel for actually helping me out recording this video on Whispercraft. I needed some test dummies. These guys were the test dummies that volunteered, so thank you very much for helping me out, guys. Do appreciate it as always. And of course, thank you very much for watching this episode of Bugrock of the Week. I do hope that you did enjoy and maybe get some fun out of this bug in your worlds. If you did enjoy this episode and want to see more like them in the future, then be sure to subscribe. This is a weekly series, sometimes with bonus episodes, and I upload a ton of other content to the channel as well, all Bugrock or all Bedrock related things. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. If you want to help out the video and the channel greatly, then be sure to leave a like on the video as well. I would certainly appreciate it, but I will see you guys down in the comment section and in the next one. Thank you again for watching, and then there was silence.